Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire. In this video, we are going to look at how the Hunter Biden laptop scandal clearly is not Russian collusion. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so as it would greatly help out the channel. Well, it must be election time. How do I know this, might you ask? Donald Trump is being accused of Russian collusion all over again. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff has said that Hunter Biden's recovered laptop is quote-unquote clearly from the Kremlin. Is that right, Mr. Schiff? For over 3 years, we heard nothing but Russian collusion from people like yourself and the fake news network CNN. It's time that the Democrats get a new shtick, really. This one is becoming, quite frankly, old, tedious, and rather droll, to be honest. The dead horse they are beating is rigor mortis already. Setting it a long time ago, guys. It's really tired. I think that Schiff is just saying that in part to give social media more rationale to not publish the story. But obviously they're, looking to save the Biden's proverbial gluteus maximus. There is more coming out on this story as the days progress here. There have been reports that Hunter Biden apparently raped and tortured a 12-year-old Chinese girl, but that is unconfirmed. If that actually is proven, I certainly will report on that. That might have been put forth to make the story more scandalous than it already is, but quite frankly, this story is more than enough to cook the Biden's goose. Let's get into this thing. Full story behind Hunter Biden's laptop debunks latest Russia conspiracy theory. As the Biden laptop scandal threatens to throw the 2020 election into chaos for what appears to be a solid, undisputed evidence of high-level corruption by former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter, the same crowd which peddled the Trump-Russia hoax is now suggesting that Russia is behind it all. To wit, the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, who swore on national television that he had evidence Trump was colluding with Russia, now says that President Trump is handing the Kremlin a propaganda coup from Vladimir Putin. This is the story of an American patriot and honorable man, John Paul MacIsaac, who tried to do the right thing and is now being unfairly and maliciously slandered as an agent of foreign intelligence, specifically Russia. He is not an agent or spy for anyone. He is his own man. How do I know? I've known his dad for more than 20 years. I've known John Paul's dad as Mac. Mac is a decorated Vietnam veteran who flew gunships in Vietnam. He has continued his military service with an impeccable record, and he retired as an Air Force colonel. The crews of the gunships have an annual reunion, and Mac usually takes John Paul along, who volunteers his computer and video skills to record and compile the stories of those brave men who served their country in a difficult war. This story is very simple. Hunter Biden dropped off 3 computers with liquid damage at a repair shop in Wilmington, Delaware on April 12, 2019. The owner, John MacIsaac, examined the 3 and determined that 1 was beyond recovery, 1 was okay, and the data on the hard drive of the 3rd could be recovered. Hunter signed the service ticket, and John Paul MacIsaac repaired the hard drive and downloaded the data. During the process, he saw some disturbing images and a number of emails that concerned Ukraine, Burisma, China, and other issues. With the work completed, Mr. MacIsaac prepared an invoice, sent it to Hunter Biden, and notified him that the computer was ready to be retrieved. Hunter did not respond. In the ensuing 4 months, May, June, July, and August, Mr. MacIsaac made repeated efforts to contact Hunter Biden, but was never answered and never responded. More importantly, Biden stiffed MacIsaac issue, i.e., he did not pay the bill. When the manufactured Ukraine crisis surfaced in 2019, John Paul realized he was sitting on radioactive material that might be relevant to the investigation. After conferring with his father, Mac and John Paul decided that Mac should take the information to the FBI office in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mac walked into the Albuquerque FBI office and spoke with an agent who refused to give his name. Mac explained the material he had, but was rebuffed by the FBI. He was basically told, get lost. This was mid-September 2019. 2 months passed, then out of the blue, the FBI contacted John Paul McIsaac. Two FBI agents from the Wilmington FBI office, Joshua Williams and Mike Zizak, came to Paul's business. He offered immediately to give them the hard drive, no strings attached. Agents Williams and Zizak declined to take the device. 2 weeks later, the intrepid agents called and asked to come and image the hard drive. John Paul agreed, but instead of taking the hard drive or imaging the drive, they gave him a subpoena. It was part of a grand jury proceeding, but neither agent said anything about the purpose of the grand jury. John Paul complied with the subpoena and turned over the hard drive and the computer. In the ensuing months, starting with the impeachment trial of President Trump, he heard nothing from the FBI, knew that none of the evidence from the hard drive had been shared with the President Trump's defense team. The lack of action and communication with the FBI led John Paul to make the fateful decision to contact Rudy Giuliani's office and offered a copy of the drive to the former mayor. We now know that Rudy accepted John Paul's offer and that Rudy's team shared the information with the New York Post. John Paul McIsaac is not responsible for the emails, images, and videos recovered from Hunter Biden's computer. He was hired to do a job, he did the job, and never submitted an invoice for the work. Hunter Biden, for some unexplained reason, never responded and never asked for the computer. But that changed last Tuesday, October 13, 2020. A person claiming to be Hunter Biden's lawyer called John Paul McIsaac and asked for the computer to be returned. Too late. That horse has left the barn and was with the FBI. John Paul, acting under Delaware law, understood that Hunter's computer became the property of his business 90 days after it had been abandoned. At no time did John Paul approach any media outlet or tabloid offering to sell salacious material. A person of lesser character might have tried to profit, but that is not the essence of John Paul McIsaac. He had information in his possession that he learned, and to the event subsequent to receiving the computer for a repair job was relevant to the security of our nation. He did what any clear-thinking American would do. Through his father, contacted the FBI. When the FBI finally responded to his call for help, John cooperated fully and turned over all material requested. So Hunter Biden signed the ticket to have his computer repaired. So Mr. Schiff, did the Russians drug Hunter Biden and under MK Ultra mind control have him sign the computer repair invoice? How did that happen? Please explain that, Mr. Schiff. This is a solid story, people, and more is coming out on it all the time. This is going to sink Mr. Biden's campaign, as if it already wasn't sunk enough. Thank you very much for coming along to my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And God bless you all.